Good morning, class. It's time for our read aloud. This week's book is called Amanda Bean's Amazing Dream. This is by an author I love. She's the author, Cindy Neuschwander, who wrote all the Circumference books. So let's dig in and see what this story's about. If you've been with me on any of our other books, you know I love to read dedications. So this book is dedicated for my Heavenly Father and my family, Bruce, Tim, and Seth. The illustrator dedicates the book for my family, especially Tom. That illustrator's name is Liza Woodruff. I am Amanda Bean, and I love math. I know all about counting. I'm very good at it. I can count by ones, twos, fives, and tens. I can add up anything. The kids at school call me Bean Counter. Hey, what do you count, Bean Counter? They yell. Anything and everything, I yell back. I just like to know how many. I count every day, even when I'm on my way home. Now we are learning about multiplying. I understand many things about multiplying. I know that it's like adding lots of things quickly. This is good. I know about the multiplication sign. It means things can come in groups or rows or columns. This is also good. Oh, I love all the pictures of multiplication. What I do not know are the multiplication facts. My teacher says it's important to learn these. I'm not so sure. I think I can just keep counting. I tell my teacher this. He agrees, but he says counting is a longer way to find the same answer. I think about this when I get home. I think about this as I eat a snack in our kitchen. I look at the tile countertop. The countertop, I say, I must count these tiles. I notice there are 12 columns of tiles. There are 12 tiles in each column. It is a long time before I count all 144 of them. I am Amanda Bean, and I like to work quickly. Maybe multiplying would be faster. I walked to the library to check out a book. Our bookcase shelf has 7 shelves and 9 books on each shelf. I'm Amanda Bean, and I count anything and everything. I start counting. I finally figure out there are 63 books in the bookcase. I'm happy to know this, but now the library is closing. It's too late for me to look for a book. Maybe I should learn to multiply. Maybe it would make counting easier. I am still thinking about this when I go to bed. I'm very tired, but my mind just will not quit thinking about numbers. Once, when I could not sleep, my mother told me to count sheep. I stayed awake all night counting them. The next morning, I had 6,727 sheep in my head. I do not think counting sheep is for me. Tonight, I'll think about riding my bike. This is simple. There are only 2 wheels, 2 pedals, 1 seat, and 1 of me. I will imagine a quiet ride in the country, I whisper to myself. I can see the rolling hills, the big trees, and the green grass. This is relaxing, I say as I begin to nod off. I'm pedaling along a quiet back road. Sun is shining. A gentle breeze is brushing against my face. This is relaxing. Then I notice something. It looks like 8 bicycles with sheep on them. How many wheels is that, I wonder? I start counting, but the sheep whiz by so fast, I cannot count all the bicycle wheels. Wait, I yell. I'm Amanda Bean, and I count anything and everything. I decide to follow them. I have to know how many wheels have rolled by me. Then I wonder, how many legs do these sheep have altogether? Now I really must catch up with those woolies on wheels. I really must know how many. I pump harder. I breathe harder. Up the hill I go. Around the bend they go. Around the bend I go. The sheep stop at a barn and get off their bikes. I get off my bike too. I do not stop to count the wheels. I follow the sheep. They go into the barn. I go in too. They reach into their fleecy pockets. Each sheep pulls out 5 balls of beautiful yarn. Oh no, I cry out. Now I must count the yarn too. I'm Amanda Bean and I count anything and everything. First it was wheels, then it was legs, now it's balls of yarn. I cannot believe my eyes at what I see next. 7 grandmas come marching in with 2 knitting needles each. They take the yarn from the sheep and start knitting sweaters. This dream is getting too crazy. Now I must add knitting needles to my list of things to count, and each sweater has 2 arms. Should I count them too? The grandmas start wrapping up all the sweaters around me. Stop, I tell them. How can I count all the arms in the sweaters and all of the knitting needles and the balls of yarn and the sheep's legs and the bicycle wheels if I'm all wrapped up? Multiply, bleat the sheep. Multiply, 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 chant the grandmas. Multiply, I ask. I'm Amanda Bean and I count anything and everything, I say. Multiplying is counting, say the grandmas. It's just a fast way of counting. Yeah, agree the sheep. I wake up to find my mother wrapping me in her arms. I had an amazing dream, I say. It was a noisy dream, my mother says. Today I will start to learn the multiplication facts, I announced. They're important to know if you want to find out how many, and you need to know fast. My mother agrees. I am Amanda Bean. I still love knowing how many, but now I multiply anything and everything, and I never count sheep. But when you're done, you're not really done, because Marilyn Burns, one of my wonderful mentors, she writes about all the multiplication in this story. It's delightful. Go back through and reread. See if you can make your multiplication equations for each picture. And I will see you next time. Thanks for listening.